Co-op play is here for Root. We're going to take a look at how to face off against the Mechanical Marquise in the newest digital Root tutorial. This is Legendary Tactics. So I'll be playing as the Eyrie, and let's see if I can get up to 10 VPs without Turmoil spoiling my day. Alright, so this is the newest expansion, the newest update, the digital edition. I'll go with Charismatic. I like to choose him early when I'm the Eyrie so I can get my influence out there nice and fast, get lots of troops on the board. Clockwork bots are a challenge. This is a customizable alternative to the AI. And so there's 4 different factions, of course, with this. When its turn, a bot draws and reveals an order card, then it uses its suit to determine the action. That makes sense. So you can see different numbers there. So if the order card has an item on it, the bot crafts that item. It ignores the listed victory points and instead scores 1. You can review a bot's special powers and turn order by selecting their avatar. Let's do so now for the Mechanical Marquise up in the corner. Alright, these are the powers shared by all bots. Each game, bots may be assigned additional difficulty and trait modifiers. Hold your mouse over a trait to see what it does. For more info on the differences between bots and their standard counterparts, you can view their turn order page. Okay, well I think we've got enough to get started here, but let's just check out what the turn order is. So we've got Bird Song. So this is basically just like a program that they've put in. The daylight phase works like this. I won't bother reading all the text out for you. Feel free to pause it if you're interested in how the phases work, but this is the automation, essentially, that the Mechanical Marquise goes through. Place the sawmill, the 4th move, the 5th move. So each time there's something different that's happening on each different move. Then there's escalated daylight, so this is a little bit different. In your first battle, your 2nd recruit, your 3rd build, and your 4th move, you get these extra events happening. And then evening, you score victory points listed. So you don't score points by placing buildings, unlike the Marquise to Cat, so a little bit different there. So you can see the priority markers here. If a bot must decide between 2 clearings of equal value to them, they choose the clearing with the lower value. Time to dismantle this hunk of rust. Alright, so my goal is to get to 10 victory points. Ideally, I'd like to do that without ever going into Turmoil, because that would be a real noob move to do. Okay, so Recruit and Battle are my 2 wild cards. I'll get a move in there so I can actually mobilize and get where I want to go. And the question is, should I really amp it up, get another decree out there and really go for it, or should I craft that card? Alright. Why not? Let's get a move in there. No guts, no glory, right? So I'll get myself set up. I'm going to have my home base of operations, lots of Eyrie warriors there, so I can establish myself over here. This space is fairly out of the way, so I can probably start to establish a presence. And I might as well send a troop over this way so it gives me more options next turn. We'll split it evenly 3 and 3. That's probably enough to defend against. Hopefully I'll be able to knock this guy out handily, and I did. Love it. So this expansion has 4 automated versions of the factions. So I'm up against the Mechanical Marquise. There's also the Electrical Eyrie, the Automated Alliance, and the Vagabot. And so this lets players square off against 4 fiendishly automated factions. So you can insert a faction to round out a low player count in your game, or you can team up for some cooperative play. The write-up for the... Oh, okay, let me focus on this play here. So it looks like I'm going to need foxes. I like to recruit nice and early, so that'll give me a good group of forces back there. The problem is you can't recruit too much unless you're fighting, or you're really gonna run out of troops fast. So I probably don't want to expand my recruiting options much farther than that. So I need to be sure that I have enough troops left to march out of the rabbit den there. That's got my obligatory one done. Now I can march any. I think I'm just gonna fill this space out so that in the future turns I have units that I can move out of there to fulfill my obligations. Oh yeah. Knock that marquise out of there. Love it. So that sets up a good potential build there. Well protected. So the write-up for the Mechanical Marquise says that you have to dodge her marauding patrols as you try to stop her from completing her building tracks. The electric Eyrie shore up the Woodland's defenses against this fearsome invader. If they go unchallenged, the Woodland will soon be flooded with their forces. The Automated Alliance police these radicals and raise their bases before little uprisings turn into a massive rebellion. That's got us back to our turn. So, rabbits, I guess, might be a nice touch to recruit. But, as I say, you don't want to recruit too much. So maybe just, I'll move twice and then I can send one character each way. Move is a great place to bury those cards that you really don't want to play, or if you need to double up like that. Only really got the two options here, not a lot to choose from. Still only at 1 point, but the beautiful thing with the Eyrie is that they seem to grow exponentially. So once you start to expand your influence, then you start to rapidly grow. So it takes a while to get your feet under you, but once you get as many orders in as I've got now, you can really start to make tracks. This is great. Just keep pegging these guys off. Not quite enough, but that will do to really knock him back. So I've got access now to lots of different other clearings that I can escape to fulfill my orders. And I'm not too central on the map, so there won't be quite as much traffic. The Vagabot, the write-up says to hunt the dastardly Vagabot across the many clearings of the game or attempt to court him with items. Of course, I'm not facing him in this tutorial. This game has really caught my imagination, though. I'm really enjoying learning each of the different factions. I mastered the Woodland Alliance and put together a strategy guide for that. If you haven't seen it yet, feel free to check it out. I'll put a card up above here for you, so you can check out what that's all about. Okay, just assessing my options. Probably burying another move there, as long as I can defend those, which I should be able to. It's always tough when you're suit specific in battle and build, but at some point I'm gonna have to extend my reach, so we'll take a risk. I'm really packing the cards in there instead of crafting. Since I'm only going to 10, I think that might be the way, is to just surge out, overwhelm the marquise, and see if we can't just take this in one fell swoop. Yeah, so I am really low on troops now, so I need to finish this game before I run out. So I'm going to need to initiate a couple of battles, and hopefully I will lose those battles so that my troops get recycled. Alright, I should be able to lose a couple there, and then that will allow me to fulfill my battle element. rabbits I need to send off, but I don't want to leave that too vulnerable. Fortunately, I've got bases on each side of it, roosts on each side of it. Just one little mistake with the Eyrie, and you just throw all of your plans out of whack. Got lots of troops that way. I really need to start losing troops. Alright, so a bit of a scam to move your armies one at a time, but hey, you do what you gotta do. Okay, come on, good die roll for the Marquise. Alright, that's decent. That's the best we can hope for there. Got a little bit lucky. Let's see if we can't lose this one too. Alright, that's fine. I should be okay for one more turn. With that roost, I've got 4, which gives me 3 extra points. Gets me to 6. I should be able to finish next turn. This is fun. I'm glad to see that they've got the expansion for the digital game. And I think this is inspired by the... I guess when you're playing the hard copy tabletop game, you can use this automation to battle against a bot, but this digital edition already had its own AI, so this is just an alternative AI for it. So you can choose to customize a little more if you so choose. That'll be fun. It'll change the nature of the game and how you play, just a slightly different system you need to adjust to. Alright, yeah, we'll build there. I think I can mobilize fast enough. Craft, but you know what? I kind of want to go all in. Let's go for it. There's going to be no messing around in this game. We are going to go for all the glory here. That's good. I've got enough troops for this round anyways, so long as my best laid plans come to fruition, this tutorial will be history. Need a good force there because I've got to make sure I get my build. Leaving myself vulnerable, but that's okay. I need to lose some troops anyways. Okay, so I need a couple bunny rabbit clearings to make their move. Myself maximum options here. That will allow me to engage in a fight there. You really need to take a minute to stop and make sure you're fulfilling all your conditions. You do not want to get this far and then lose all the ground you've earned. Yeah, let's do it. Don't really have any other options, so time for a battle. Alright, crushing them. Let's just hope I actually win this turn, or I'm going to be in dire straits. Yeah, I have 11 actions right now, so that is decent. There's the 4 points. That's the win. Thanks so much for joining us at Legendary Tactics. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. If you found value in watching this or just enjoyed checking out the new Mechanical Marquise, then please give us a subscription and a like. Thanks for your time.